What's up guys, Pop101 here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make your very own lightsaber for Blade and Sorcery PCVR and for Nomad using event linkers. So let's get started. This video is under the assumption that you already know how to make a weapon in Unity. If you don't, definitely make sure to check out this link up in the corner so you can do that. And I'm also going to assume that you guys set this up like a sword. So we have our handle right here and our blade, and these are two separate parts so that we can animate our lightsaber blade to move in and out. And we can start by animating it. I'd highly recommend you guys create a game object named disable objects or something along those lines by right clicking, creating an empty, and storing your blade collider and your blade model in it so you can animate them both at the same time. In order to do this, make sure that we have disable object selected. Click on these three dots, or any three dots really, add tab, animation. Now we have our animation tab. Create, and we're going to add this to our Vader animation, and I'm just going to call it Fade On. Now once we're here, we are going to set this to 0.1 0 0 0. Now the values might be a bit different for you guys, so what you just want to make sure that you're doing is once you have your blade all set up, you just want it to be at the very tip right before it's about to come out. So I'll explain why in a second. Now notice we haven't actually started our animation yet. That is because once we have our blade set up, we want it to start closed, so we can just leave it closed to begin with. Now that we have it closed, we can hit this record button right here, and we can change the scale to 1. And then set it back to 0 just so that it creates this for us, and however long you want your turn on animation to be. So for me, I like it to be 0.1 seconds, and I can set this back to 1 1 1 and set this to 0. Now our lightsaber blade is back to where it was originally, and if you want to play the animation, this is what it will look like. You can turn off your recording now. You can select all these, copy them. What we're going to do is create another one. So we have Fade On, now we get Fade Off. And notice it returned back to how it was when we set everything to 0 0 0. So all we do is we click on this, do Control V, paste in what we just got, and we're going to take the back end of it, drag it forward, and the front end, and basically we're just swapping places with them. So instead of our lightsaber blade opening, now it starts open and closes. Note the off animation. And no, we didn't need to record it because we just copy and pasted the other one and reversed it. And last but not least, all we're going to do is create a third animation called Fade Idle. And this will have it so our lightsaber blade starts closed. All we need to do is hit record, set this to 1, set it back to 0, and turn it off, and we are done with our idle animation. Now all you want to do is go to your project, wherever you have those animations set to save. So in my case, I have them in my Vader animations, and I have all three of them right here. Just make sure to press loop time off, just like that, so your animations don't loop randomly. Now, since we used an animator, the disable objects controller, so a controller with the name of whatever your game object is, will be created. All you need to do is double click on it, and this will open up. Now, based on the order you did the animations, this might not be connected. All you want to do is right click on it and set the Fade Idle to the default state so that your lightsaber starts closed. Just to make sure that everything is connected properly, Fade On, Fade Off, and Fade Idle are all on there. Now we can close our animator. We don't need it anymore. We don't even need this animation tab, but I'm just going to keep it there. So now that we've actually set up our animation, we're going to create an empty, and I'm just going to name it events so we can store everything that we're going to be working on. And we're going to create another game object and name it Lightsaber On. From here, we're obviously going to add a handle event linker. So just type in handle and then click on the event linker. And we're going to take our lightsaber handle. So note our handle script. Obviously, we're going to be grabbing this and drag it in because we want to pull the trigger or the spell button to actually activate our lightsaber, and do it while we're holding the handle. Now that this is set up, we can click the plus and actually set it to work based on either the trigger or alternate use press, which is the spell button, which I'm going to add because I like it there. Now that this is all set, we drag in our disable objects. So the thing with the animator, the actual thing that we were animating, we drag it into this, and now we go to our animator, go to play string, and we're going to type in the exact name of our animations. So we're starting off with Vade On because that is our on animation. Vade On. And just in case you guys have any other effects and stuff, for me, I have audio sources that play. For example, like when the lightsaber turns on and when the lightsaber is active. So I'm going to add those in. So basically, our on audio, go to audio source, play, and we do the same thing for the hum, or the constant looping audio. And now that we have this set up, let's just add 2 more, and I'll get to those in a second. So we click on our lightsaber on, we press Control D to duplicate it, and I'm just going to name this lightsaber off, just for ease. What we're going to do is actually drag lightsaber on to the bottom one and lightsaber off right here. Now, this is just going to let us transfer back and forth between turning the lightsaber on and turning it off. I'm not going to go into too much detail because it gets a little bit confusing. Just make sure that listening is turned on for lightsaber on, and for lightsaber off, listening is turned off. Back in here, just make sure to go to the handle event linker and click set listen. Do the same thing for the bottom one. Now we want to turn lightsaber off. We want to set that listen to true and set our current one off. Now we go into lightsaber off and we drag in lightsaber on and lightsaber off, and we change the functions again. So handle event linker, we turn this one on. So we turn lightsaber on, and now we have lightsaber off, which we turn off. So checked and unchecked. Now that we've done this, let's add in our other audio. So we want the audio source, the audio lightsaber off noise to play. And we want our hum to turn off. So we can just go to the audio source, scroll down a little bit, and set it to stop. And I believe that's everything that we need. So just so you guys can see it, remember, this is what lightsaber on looks like. This is what lightsaber off looks like. And our animator on disable objects. I think that covers everything for our lightsaber tutorial. So if you guys liked this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps out the channel a ton. Thanks for watching.